What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. This is going to be just a collective, general, whatever you want to call it, reading. So eat the meat, spell the bone, take what resonate, and leave the rest behind. Alright, I was just shuffling, and I was getting a message, and then I got distracted, and then I got another message, and it was about not giving up, really like just trusting what your purpose and your intention is. Oh, I think that was part of what the first message was. And then while I was flipping, the Five of Coins just popped out of the deck here. So this is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. This is a good card. This is a good way to see this card, let's say that. The Five of Pentacles in reverse here often talks about a recovery. So you guys could be in a come up, or you have just been in a decline, or maybe just a little mini downswing. You know, everything in nature ebbs and flows. We have highs and lows, just like, businesses. Like, maybe this could have been your business, right? Or your company, or your job. Like, you have high quarters and low quarters. And, the thing is, when you've been doing something for a very long time, you start to kind of have what I call like built-in buffers, predictability, and like all that stuff, right? So, we say, oh, well, we know quarter three is going to be a little low. So, when Q1 and Q2 are doing really well, we may put back a little bit more because we know that Q3 is going to be a little lower, right? So it's something like that where it's like, yes, things may have been a little more difficult for you in the recent past, but it wasn't like it was this tower moment out of nowhere. Like, oh my God, it was very predictable. You know what I mean? It's a trend. Like Q4, Q3 is the recovery. Q1, Q2 is the growth phase. It's kind of like the seasons, right? We know that there's going to be a winter. We don't like the winter, but we know it's going to come. And, if you heard me on my other videos, I've always said, I don't complain about the seasons anymore because I know it's going to come, right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to complain about something that I know is going to come. I know it's going to be hot in the summer. I know there's going to be mosquitoes. I know I'm going to get bit the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, I hate it. It's going to happen. Just like I know it's going to get cold. Like, I know it's going to snow. I know I'm going to hate having to go out there and defrost my car. Like, I know this. I think that's the kind of mentality that you've got in the moment. Like, sometimes we may like complain and moan, but that's just like expressing ourselves. That's not a bad thing. But like, you don't sit up and like, you don't let things hold you back. That's what I'm saying here. With the Five of Coins in reverse, you really have a good sense about recovering. Yeah. And you've also avoided some new beginning here. To me, I don't feel like this is a missed opportunity. I feel like this is a responsible decline to something that may not have even panned out for you. With the Fool in reverse, I don't feel like this is they say recklessness, but I don't think that this is you being reckless. I think this is you preparing for what is going to happen. Like, you were able to recover from the recklessness of other people. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of help people who are reckless. It's kind of like you know how to brace yourself for the storm, because you know the storm is inevitable. You don't wish for the storm to come, but when it comes, you will be prepared. It's kind of like the mindset that you have. In the Fool in reverse is like, okay, well, I know Q3 is going to be delayed, so maybe we shouldn't maybe we shouldn't take this vacation right now. Or this could also be the mindset of, if you want to turn on the other side, maybe you were like, you know what, I know Q3 is a little slow, but you know what, it's gonna hit right before the end of the year, and you took a bet, maybe. So maybe you took a risk. You took a calculated risk, and I feel like let's see if it pays off or not. I hope it does. Oh, the Nine of Wands in reverse. There's a little bit of paranoia that it won't. This could be other people as well projecting onto you. I've been feeling that lately too. I feel like the Fool in reverse is also telling you to kind of like be mindful about who you share your stories with. There could be people out there who were plotting on the Q3 taking you down, and if it didn't, now now they're really trying to spike it up for Q4. Maybe this could be, the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Sun in reverse. Somebody here is... There could have been an opportunity here in love, perhaps. Doesn't necessarily be love, but there was an opportunity here that didn't happen, and it made someone very angry with the Sun in reverse. It was disappointing to somebody here. I feel like someone wants, with the Six of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse, so if you, let's say if you left a job, if you left something here, like, I keep saying Q3 a lot, so maybe this is someone who has a job that deals with products or something like that, or some type of sales position, or maybe you're just a very analytic, money-oriented person, and maybe you divvy up your life like that. I used to be a high school teacher, so like the way like I categorize years is like in the school year. So like when someone asks me, what year was that? In my mind, like I categorize things like school years. So like, okay, that was the school year of 25, 26. You know what I mean? Like that's how my mind works. My brain, like my January is like September 1st. Because that's when the school year starts. Like that's how I remember things. But now I'm not a teacher no more. So like it really is about to be New Year for me. And it's going to be different. So exciting. All right, back to you. But I feel like you see things in like a way now, or you could be starting to see things in a way now that a lot of people don't like. You didn't take the bait, is what I just heard. You didn't take the bait. With this Ace of Cups in the Sun in reverse, you were supposed to fall for something. Someone here from your past who was clinging on for dear life here with this Nine of Cups in reverse. They want you to be miserable. Someone wants you to be unhappy. Or you feel like there's people out there who want you to be unhappy. And there's definitely someone out there who... There's definitely someone out there who probably wants you to be unhappy. That makes a lot of fucking sense. Now, there could possibly be someone out there that is Page of Cups in reverse. This could be an ex-flame. Page of Cups in reverse. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. Necessarily have to be one of those zodiac signs. Could be though. But the Page of Cups in reverse is someone who is immature. You're dealing with someone who could come off as a little emotionally immature, or people may feel like you have been emotionally immature, or maybe you're just not connected emotionally. What? Babe, you know I'm recording right now. Why are you messaging me? Sorry. Sorry, guys. But yeah, there could be. This is Page of Cups of them. Page of Cups in reverse. So someone could be a little emotionally immature. Someone could be feeling like, okay, so this is something that you walked away from. Either this is a job, this is you're recovering from something here. Like people don't like it. Someone's upset. Don't let somebody tell you that your life is over. That's what I was hearing. So either you left a job, you're like, I don't like this job, you're not treating me right, fuck you, deuces, and you walked away. The people over there are like, oh, well, you're not gonna last 10 minutes out in the real world without us, buddy. Some shit like that, right? Or this is, oh, well, you're nothing without me. Ain't nobody gonna ever want you. Can nobody ever be with you? Or this is your family. You ain't gonna never, ain't no one gonna put up with your ass like we do, and da-da-da-da. And come to find out, like, you have kicked all these bitches metaphorically in their faces with your actions and your behaviors. Because the 5 of coins in reverse is like, you recovered. So you said what? You said, well, nobody gonna ever love me. I love me. So boom, that's already one person. And the Fool in reverse, you stop messing with them. So maybe it was safer to stay in that environment, right? It was safer to stay in that toxic job, in that toxic relationship, because it was predictable. Like the seasons, right? We know, there we go again, right? Going back to the season. We know he gonna have a bad day. He gonna want to come home and drink, and he gonna get loud and da-da-da-da. It was predictable. It was, you knew how to offset it. Let me go ahead and here and get this started so he don't da-da-da-da. Or let me go ahead and get this so she don't da-da-da-da-da. Like, you already knew. You became accustomed to accommodating for the mistreatment in your life, the misfortunes. Let's just say that. Oh no, I'm sorry. You cannot be. This is why you gotta put your phone on. Sorry, guys. I really need to remember to keep it on Do Not Disturb mode during recording. And I've been doing it for like the last couple of days. I forgot today. I apologize. That's so unprofessional of me. I need to give you all my attention here. And, this is the predictability aspect of being in a mistreating environment. So you're recovering from the mistreatment of others. For me, I'm a recovering people pleaser. I swear I'm gonna get that into a t-shirt. Like, I am a recovering people pleaser. I'm a recovering a lot of things, but I am definitely a people pleaser in recovery. And sometimes this 9 of Wands here, this exhaustion, this paranoia, it feels like it's a little unsettling, because I'm going to say this, and this is people who have really experienced like jealousy from others will understand, but like, you don't even like to really share the good things that happen in your life because you don't want people to get jealous. Like, so you kind of like hold things in, the good, especially the bad, right? But you probably, you've never really celebrated yourself, and now you have something really good happening for you, and you're having a hard time even allowing yourself to really let it in, because that as soon as it gets out there, there's gonna get people and put their little crummy fucking hands all over it, and you're afraid of people ruining whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. And I don't want you to think like that anymore. I don't want you to feel like that. I don't want you to be like, oh, well, every time something good happens to me, when I get this new job, I can't tell nobody because all they're going to do is try to call my old job and tell them where I'm at so they can come and get me fired. And it's, well, if I get a new job, then, and these are the people. 3 of Wands in reverse. There's this delay here. There is this person really standing in your way, honestly. I feel like with the 3 of Wands and the Page of Cups, someone here is trying to keep you emotionally attached to them while you are trying to do everything to get away. it's like you have outgrown this person, this situation, this environment, and instead of, letting you, encouraging you to go on to something that makes you better, this isn't the ex that's like, well, you know what? If you're not happy with me, I want you to go be happy with someone else. I want you to find happiness because you deserve happiness. This is I hate to be so like drastic, but it's kind of like the, if I can't have you, can't nobody else have you kind of mentality. It's like you're dealing with the organization, a group of people, a team, a job, whatever. This doesn't really feel like a romantic relationship. There's not a lot of emotional cups out here, or cups, whatever. But if this is something that felt very transactional, at least for you and for them, honestly. It didn't feel like it was very deep, and maybe you wanted it to be a little more emotionally expressive. Maybe you wanted a little more vulnerability, a little more intimacy, and you are some form of recovery here from like some type of, we'll find out, but you're recovering from something here, and you are deciding to not put yourself in situations, environments that are going to make you act reckless, impulsive, bring you to that level here. And the Page of Cups and the Three of Wands in reverse, I feel like people are trying to paint this picture of you as someone who could be you're just super immature, like, you need to grow up, and like, why are you trying to like become a fucking content creator at 40? Like, what a fucking immature little loser. Like, you need to just grow up, get a job you hate, settle down to someone you don't love, and have babies like the rest of us. Which I know that's not true. Most people have loving relationships with their partners, and they love their children, and they don't have any issues whatsoever. That was a lot of condescension in that. But yeah, I know that most people are happy. And that's not for everybody. Not everybody is waiting on bated breath to become fucking Mike Brady and Carol Brady. Okay, the Star, the World, the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Towers in reverse, and the Three of Swords in reverse. Oh, Jesus. Gots. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is you or them, but so something from your past, whatever this was, it really felt like a dream come true for you or for them, for maybe both of you all. This could be mirrored energy here with the World and the Star card here. I felt like this was something like you really prayed on. You could have been prayed on. Not necessarily like that. Not like that necessarily. Hopefully not like that. But, when I say, I think of being preyed upon like how the insurance company preyed on me. The more I reflect back on this time in my life, which was like a couple months ago, I'm starting to think like, I don't remember applying for that job. I mean, it's not impossible that I didn't. I was rage applying at work the last couple of months of teaching, and I had already decided that I was not coming back. I had decided so much that I wasn't coming back that I had put a letter on my boss's desk, principal's desk, that said that I do not intend to return and don't give me a contract for next year. So I did that before I had a job lined up, which is definitely the Fool in reverse type of energy. But I couldn't continue to be in an environment that was taking from me more than it was giving me. It was taking my dignity, my patience, my love, my energy, my sobriety. It was taking way more than it ever gave me. That little $60,000 a year That's, I mean, that's not little, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, it wouldn't, you know, you can talk to me crazy kind of money. I mean, if you want to be, if you want to talk crazy to me, like, you need to pay me like at least 120. Like, for 120, you could talk a little crazy to me now. But for 60 to be, bitch, girl, who is you talking to? Like, who the fuck is you talking to like that? Like, no. Like, no. You cannot talk to me crazy for no. No. You gonna have to double that shit before you can start talking to me like this. Like, bitch, you was not paying me enough to talk crazy to me like this. I've been to find another school, bitch. I could throw a rock. I used to say all the time, I could throw a rock and find another school that needs a science teacher. Like, y'all had the right one, for real. So with this star in the world, this is something that you really wished on. And then the 10 of cups in reverse, like, yeah, like, bitch, you had me up. Like, they was talking crazy. And, you know, the tower in reverse and the 3 of swords, thank God I dodged the bullet. Like, you turned out to be the best thing I never had. Like, you really dodged the bullet. Like, you dodged the bullet. So let them call you immature. Let them try to call you new jobs. And, oh, girl, I heard Eric, he on YouTube making tarot videos. That nigga don't make shit now. I hope y'all have a good school year, you know? And I mean that too. And like, why some people be over here mad that you left, still hating the fact that they still in the burning house, but mad at your ass for getting outside. And now you doing this standing there with your arm open, like, it's okay to come out the burning building. And they all, look at him, he crazy. He over there just not getting burnt and shit. Like, he's stupid, right? Ain't he dumb? He's dumb because he's by himself. And we're all sitting in this building burning alive, right? We're the ones that make sense, right? This building's on fire, but everyone's here, so this must be the place to be, right? He's the one that's dumb. He's over here by himself. He's all alone. He's all by himself. He's the one that's fucked up, right? He's the dummy, right? Not all of us stuck in this burning, collapsing building, right? Exactly. Yep, buddy. Exactly. And so the 3 of swords here in reverse, it lets me know this as well, that you're healing. So not only are you recovering, but you're healing. So this could be, and I use the job loosely to describe what I was experiencing, but you could chug and plug this for any scenario that fits your life. So let's say this is a relationship. Maybe this was an ex who, you know, talk real, like I said, talk real bad to you. But like when she said, you ain't big enough to be wilding on me. Like, you know, it's like your game ain't strong enough to be acting crazy. And also, like, never ever put up with any type of harm from anybody that you date. I use these things as jokes, not because these are joking manners, but because it lightens the mood and it makes it a little more palatable. And, you know, who wants to be sitting here crying at every fucking tarot reading that they fucking watch? Like, I watch some of these YouTubers, I was like, oh, bitch, can you, like, make a joke? Can you make this funny? Like, you just straight up said, yeah, you're going through a breakup, and, yeah, your pet's going to die, your mom hates you, everything in your life is fucked up. All right, guys, don't forget, down in the chat is my donation box. Please leave a like, go to my Amazon wish list. Like, no, like, that's, who wants to see that? You know, I try to make it a little exciting for you. A little spice it up. So, yeah, so make sure you guys go down to the, I mean, but if God put on your heart, you know, if the universe puts on your heart to go ahead and leave a like or comment or something, you know, or subscribe, you know, I might be happy. I would be a lot happy. But yeah, so you walked away from a situation here, and it meant a lot to you. It means a lot to you still. You were very protective of this. This was something that you were very passionate about. And what you are stepping into is equally, if not even more, of a passion of yours. And, I was talking to my therapist last week? Yeah, last week. Because we don't have it this week. Oh, no, I'm supposed to have it tomorrow. Anyway, we were talking, and I was like, yeah, the thing is, I used to do tarot for fun, and now it's my job. So it's like, now I need to find a hobby because my passion is my job now. And so now, not to say that this isn't fun. It is. This is the best job ever. I still need to find a passion because I need to have an outlet from this as well. The thing this used to be my outlet, but now it's my main gig. So now I need to find something else. So now I got to step it up when it comes to, excuse me. Maybe I've been thinking about, I know it's cold as hell, but I think about start going for walks in nature. Since I've been working from home, I feel like it's so easy to just sit around and eat and put on weight, and that is the very last thing I want to do. So I gotta be careful and be mindful of that. And I don't want to get into the glug 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 and smoking and all day long, because that's not my lifestyle. I don't want to do that shit no more. Neither do you. Awesome sauce. Unless you do, that's cool too. But I feel like you really have this. I'm going to go ahead and I've already read these cards. I'm going to go ahead and take them. Yeah, like you just really. This is a very healing spread. This is a spread for people who have really started to heal and do a lot of the self-healing and the inner work here. I'm going to go ahead and lay out 5 more cards on top. I really like this deck. This is where's the deck at? Oh, here it is. This is the Tarot of the Divine deck. You can get it from Amazon. And I really love the artistry, and it's just so cool. The 9 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, like I said, you were not living your passion, and you really, 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 you prayed for a change. The King of Wands, and the change was within you. The divine masculine told you to get up, and you walked away. You stepped into your King of Wands. You stepped into the authoritative, the masculine, the person here who is someone who knows how to get shit done. You're someone who knows how to build things. You are a leader, and you have so many amazing qualities about you that make you an individual of uniqueness that a lot of people are attracted to. The King of Wands is very attractive, very successful. So, masculine or feminine, this is a masculine energy, but it can be embodied in either sex. I feel like I have to do this quite often, and it's okay. But, masculine and feminine aren't the same as male and female. Those are just terms to describe the modality of energy, not sexual orient. That's the stuff different. Not gender, okay? But the King of Wands here, this is something you've taken ownership of the parts of your life that you are responsible for. If you're not happy at work, get another job. It's that simple. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be insensitive or anything, but I remember saying right before I quit, the year I quit, I was telling that then time friend, I said, I'm not going to sit here and bitch about this school year anymore. Every year we bitch about the same shit. At some point, we either have to fucking accept that this is where we work and this is the conditions that we work in, or I'm going to have to get a new job. Because to suffer is a choice. So I'm suffering here, That means that I'm choosing to be here, because no one's forcing me to be here. Well, I have kids, and okay, well, you know what? There's other teachers at other schools with kids. This ain't the only fucking high school in America. I used to say that all the time. Like, this is not the only fucking high school in America. I'm sure that probably... But think about it, though. The Ace of Wands and the King of Swords, yeah. Some people, they just don't want to move. And so you sit here and you try and tell them, like, bitch, this is not the only school that doesn't do shit. Like, they got to really, like... That kind of helps cut through that shit. When someone is afraid to move, when someone's afraid to get off the pot. And you're like, this is not the only fucking school. You know? So, what did you do? You unblocked yourself. You said, I'm not going to put up with that here. And these people here, you know, these people can try to rationalize their stagnation, their lack of development. They may, well, you know, this is... Oh, I used to always say this too. The devil you know is better than the one you don't know. Or whatever limited, you know, whatever I would say, to kind of just like keep myself in the mindset of, yeah, I don't need to change. And then we have the Death card here and the Wheel of Fortune here. So you are definitely going through this ego death, okay? You're at this, maybe that's why, maybe you feel, maybe... I'm sorry. It's like the way I'm speaking now is starting to kind of annoy me. Take a minute to just collect yourself. Alright, with the Death card here, I feel like you are going under a transformation. You are undergoing a transformation here. This is an ego death. This is you coming to grips with the terms and conditions of your life for how it is. I'm here because of my actions. I'm here because of my choices. You know, if I wanted to do this, I would, whatever it is, and you're making the correct changes. You're surrendered already. That's 13. That was 12. This is 13. Death. So you're at this transformative space where I think it's very crucial, and you need to be protective with the Nine of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Cups. There's a transformation within your circle of close loved ones and peers. There is a transformation in who your close friends look like right now, you know? And I just want to say that we had this card come out too, the Wheel of Fortune. So this is all about good luck here. And this is all about, you know, you are on the web of destiny. Kind of like how a fly is stuck in the spider's web. You know, it's all a web, and it's all, I'm going to say it's all predetermined. But I think for the most part, you know, there's really nothing that's, well, I was going to say catastrophic. You kind of dodged a catastrophe here. That could be the Wheel of Fortune here. This Page of Cups and this Wheel of Fortune energy is like, you know, you did what was considered immature. You did what was considered, you know, naive and risque, and you continue to do it. Now you're living this life here where you get to be kind of like living on your own terms. I feel like the Three of Wands in reverse and the Three of Swords is like you're not going back to the same people that hurt you. You know, the people who hurt you can't heal you. And sometimes it can be really hard to accept that you have to walk away from certain family members, certain people within a community or an organization or a group or even a job. But it's for your betterment. It's for the betterment of you. It's for your new destiny with the Wheel of Fortune here. And the Knight of Swords in reverse, I feel like you really gotta like These people are going to... You just got to be... You have to be tough. You have to be tough. You have to be tough. Okay? You have to be a little tough with it, because there's going to be people who are going to try you. They're going to try you, and you got to let these motherfuckers know I got thick skin, but an elastic heart. Okay? Like, don't do too much. Yeah. And here's the King of Swords. This is what you embody. Authority. Leadership. People want to say that you are, immature emotionally. You can't handle things. Oh, well, the only reason why you quit is because you can't handle the pressure here. You're too weak. You're too sensitive. Da-da-da-da. Maybe you are sensitive. But you know what? There's a difference between sensitivity and fragility. And you're not a fragile person. Fragility is the inability to handle changes. Sensitivity is the ability to detect the changes. So yeah, you can tell that there's something not right in the air. You can sense the subtle tone differences in people's voices when they're angry and upset. You could see that there was something happening here, and maybe all the signs was pointing towards this tower moment. This tower's, they don't just put a tower up overnight, okay? This tower has been building for a very long time. And instead of pretending like it's not there, like everyone else, like going back to the house analogy, the whole building is on fire. And everyone's pissed off that you ran out. They're looking at you like you're the crazy one for running out of the house that was on fire. And you have to defend why the fuck you left the burning building. Makes zero sense to me. So yeah, of course you look like this King of Swords. Because when that house burns down to the ground, because that's what burning houses do, especially when no one's coming to put it out, because they set that I was going to say something else. They set that shit on fire themselves for the insurance money. So, and the people burning in it are just collateral damage. But they don't know that yet. So yeah, you look like the King of Swords. And they know that too. They just don't have the balls like you do. So they call you immature. They call you names. They try to belittle your character. They try to demonize your character. They talked about Jesus. Okay? You're not immune from being the topic of the hour. As a matter of fact, you should be happy you're the topic of the hour, because ain't nobody talking about these bitches for an hour. No one's talking about a pile of ash and bones. There's nothing interesting about people who choose to stand in the fire. You're the outlier. You got the fuck out of the burning building. So now you get to control the narrative. You can tell the story of how you watched that building burn and how you wish you could have saved those in it. But no one wanted to leave. But there's still time. Maybe some people will come out. Likely not to happen though. Six of Swords in reverse. But hey, you got out. Shit, these people, they don't want to listen. They want to turn their heads and go the other way. Cool, let them. You can only do you, and you look good doing you. And so keep doing you. All right. Okay. All right, guys. So one last thing before we go. I'm going to pull some angel card numbers here. If you haven't, please do me a solid. Like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know how this video resonated with you. I can see the growth in myself as a reader, and just how I command my readings now is so much more confidence in me than it was like even a month or two ago. And I just can't wait to see what this journey is going to bring me in a couple of months. That might have been like really corny and cheesy, but I don't care. I love you guys. And you know how I am. Gratitude. There we go. Boom. I love gratitude. I love this card. So gratitude says gratitude, patience, gratitude, abundance, perspective, success, appreciation, and the ripple effect. Focusing on gratitude shifts our perspective from what we lack to what we have and can achieve. This positive mindset attracts more positivity into our lives, creating a ripple effect of abundance and success. All right, so the writing is really small, and I have to get really close so I can see it with the light. So take a moment each day to list 3 things you are grateful for. Reflect on how these positive aspects impact your life and how they can inspire further abundance and success. Okay, so 3 things you are grateful for. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for being able to just be funny and make jokes out of shit. That's really helped me out a lot. And I'm grateful for somebody. Three, 4, 5. Personal power. Personal power, strength, change, reflection, empowerment, future creation. You have the personal power and strength to create the changes you desire in your life. Reflect on your current situation, identify areas of dissatisfaction. Your future is in your hands and depends on how you choose to shape it. Exactly. You are definitely like in that transformative era right now. You're protecting what you're building. You're letting things go. So you have the power to change and shape what it is that you want to be. So take a moment here to write down the areas of life where you feel dissatisfied and outline actionable steps you can take to address these issues and create the future you desire. So don't just talk about it, plan about it, do something about it. Yeah, you hate your job? Well, come on, let's get on Indeed. Let's spice up this resume. Let's start putting our name out there. Like, let's do something besides just say we hate this job. Let's just do something besides just complain about this man or woman or whatever. Like, let's do something to just talk about how much we don't like being around our family. Let's stop being around that family. Let's stop normalizing being around people who make us feel unsafe. Let's stop because because I got because that's my mom, that's my dad, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my sister, that's my who gives a fuck? Have a conversation. Tell this person how you feel. If they're not up to changing, if they're not open to trying to meet you where you are or whatever, then fuck them. They don't care about you. And then whatever power dynamics that they use against you, that's not love. I can abuse you because I'm your mama. That's not love. Love doesn't want to hurt people. What? That's crazy. If my kid was telling me, I just feel like you're super judgmental and sometimes I don't feel like I could trust you with my goals because you're just going to pick them apart and laugh at everything I do, that would devastate me. But this bitch is over here laughing. Immature ass. Well, that's how my people talk to me. Okay, well, you can choose to not grow, and you can choose to repeat patterns that no longer serve you. But we don't have to do that over here in the cosmic game. We don't have to do that here. We don't have to repeat cycles that don't better our self-esteem, our self-worth, our sense of self, our future legacy. Ooh, I'm kind of on a tangent with that one. Ooh, 000. Reflect. Soul journey, inner reflection, alignment, infinite possibilities, mindfulness, and contemplation. Take time to reflect on your soul's journey. You are a part of an infinite universe where all things are possible. Clear your mind, realign your thoughts, and rediscover your purpose. Spend a few minutes today in quiet reflection. Meditate or write about your thoughts and feelings to gain clarity on your current path. Yeah. So those are all really good angel number advices. And 45:05 on the clock. And yeah, I really enjoyed this reading, guys. I really, really, really hope that you all are having a great day. Happy Monday, and Happy New Year's coming up, all right? I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, I love you, and as always, drink water, be safe, and peace.